You know, this leaked on stream in October, and no one, actually, someone caught it. It was in the LCK Discord, but, yeah, that wasn't the first leak. Hold on. Yeah, I'm at T1 HQ right now. Oh, I don't have, Better Twitch TV and Franker Z on this PC, because this is the, I think this is Closer's PC. Yeah, I'm just stealing PCs, yeah. My only content creator. Yeah. In the end, literally, up until I made the video, I still had a choice on what I wanted to do. Like, I talked about that in the video, that I had a choice. And I ended up just going with content creator, and I'm gonna talk about why in a bit. But basically, I mean, I got the okay from, like, T1 to talk about the whole coaching thing, because that was real. I don't, you know, that wasn't, like... It was a legitimate option. So basically, in September, I was going to join as a content creator and a streamer. And when I was going to join as a content creator and a streamer, I offered to help T1 with anything like analytical or anything like, you know, evaluating like maybe new rookies or amateurs or like anything like that. I just offered to help. And when I offered to help and the conversations kept going longer, it eventually got to a point where we considered, well, what if I just coach? And so the next process was a litmus test with Faker. And so I had to talk with him, and that was the whole process. The option was like available. I know a lot of people thought that I would just, like, if I went with that it was all going to be, like, nepotism-based, but it wasn't. It was, like, test-based. But in the end, like, there was so much stuff going on, and there's other stuff, like, obviously, if I join a team in a coaching capacity, like I've always said, I can't continue to stream and talk about everything the way that I do right now. I can't do as much as I've been doing, right? And if I were to take that avenue, obviously, like, everything that has been going on and being built, like, the last, like, two years would just, like, slowly start to dwindle and stuff, right? And so I thought that, well, if I'm a content creator, like, there was a lot of plans. Like, Crowny and Nemesis were supposed to come to Korea. We had been talking about that since, like, November. There, you know, I was planning to, like, move. I got the dog, you know, preseason, Boris, like, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff was, you know, going on. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to do, and there was a lot that I was looking forward to. And so I think that, like, in my current capacity with, like, content creation, basically, like, everything that I do right now, like, patch rundowns, right? They're done really basic. I just, like, load up my Streamlabs, I turn on record, and I go down the patch notes, and I upload it on YouTube, right? But with T1, what we're planning to do is have, like, proper edit. We're planning to, like, properly make, like, the patch note rundowns and, like, make them better. The content quality can be increased. I'm gonna keep co-streaming, like, every region, except now it's gonna be better. I should have an actual studio for co-streaming. And then, now that I'm not casting anymore, well, I want to actually add on to this. So, one of the original plans was that I was still gonna potentially be able to cast had I joined T1 as a content creator originally, because that's what I was slated to do from the very beginning. I was supposed to just join T1 to be a content creator. And if that was happening, I was in talks with Riot to still be able to cast despite being a T1 content creator, and we cited examples from other people that have done this in other regions. And obviously, maybe, like, the only exception would be that I wouldn't cast T1 games, right? And so I think that's fine. And so that was a real possibility, but then all that went away when I was potentially just slated to coach. So I don't think, I think it's way too late now. Like, we're in December. So I imagine that, like, Riot has, I'm done casting. I'm done casting, and that's it. However, I might still have a few casts remaining that I don't know about yet, but I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm done casting. Am I streaming from, yeah, I'm streaming from T1 HQ right now. This is the best team, like, building I've ever seen in my life, by the way. There's nothing comparable, okay? There's literally nothing comparable. It is I can't wait. I think there's, like, videos of it up on YouTube where, like, people can get, like, glimpses, but I think there's gonna be, like, a grand opening at some point, and I imagine that there will be content there. But yeah, it's the best facility. Yeah, I've talked with Faker several times, so his English is insane, by the way. I think people don't realize this, but yeah, his English is insane. Joining SKT was, like, something I didn't think was ever really possible. Like, I know that, like, on stream when I was doing, like, the co-streams and stuff, and I'm like, they would never hire a Westerner. I still really, like, stand by that it's gonna be really hard, you know what I mean, for, like, something like that. I mean, I don't know, but T1 and SKT, they're, like, the biggest and best team, you know what I mean, or organization. When the offer, like, came up and everything, it elicits, like, childhood memories, you know what I mean? Now, I had insane offers from, and this was one of the really weird things, by the way. The idea that, like, because I don't coach, I can't coach. That was one of the weirdest ideas ever. These people have no idea who I am. Holy moly. Guacamole, dude. Holy moly guacamole. Because I choose not to coach, I apparently can't coach. Everything I do with pro players, changing the meta, everything, it just doesn't matter because I haven't coached. That was one of the most nonsense things in the world. And it made me like feel bad too, because like people didn't know. Like I felt really bad that so many people were assuming that I would have joined here only through nepotism or like stuff like that, and obviously that just was not true, because I already told you guys the process that I had to go through to potentially become a coach. Faker's always nice too. Faker's always nice, but like Teddy will always just randomly sit with me, like if I'm eating, like and he comes to the cafeteria. He was the first one to start doing it too, so he was always really nice. He doesn't really speak any English, but my Korean is fine, so to talk with him. Yeah, I saw there were a lot of rumors that were getting spread, and obviously I'd like to address some of them. I know that I already did inside of the video. One of the rumors in the community is that my grandmother was actually sent something, and that never happened. That was manifested by the communities, because I had talked to Dom about like, what am I gonna do if something like this happens, right? So it's like talking about a hypothetical, and then the community ran with Dominate's tweet, because I was talking with Dom in private, like about like what to do and stuff, because doxing is like insane to me, right? So the community ran with that one. She did get phone calls, and we did contact, you know, Warwick police, and we did contact, Warwick is my home city, and we did contact Korean police, and there was all that other stuff, and so all that good jazz. Yeah, Warwick's my home city. In the States. There was other rumors that like the community was getting really upset about, claiming that I was like lying about, or I was misconstruing information, and like that's not even true. Like there was one that talked about the Apto Forgiven in Me Team, and then I guess like people asked Apto, and Apto said he had no idea what I was talking about, and I'm like, well, I know he would have no idea what I was talking about. And obviously what I was referring to there is that me and Forgiven were both approached by an organization in that time, 2015, okay? And the organization was going to be sponsored by Alpha Draft, and they asked, you know, if we go to this person, Apto, with $50,000, you know, would he accept or something like that. Now, they had told me in Forgiven that they had contacted through a talent agency. Nothing ever ended up happening, okay? It doesn't change the fact that obviously this organization talked to both of us, and that there was a conversation that was being had. This was in 2015. Now, 50K a month in 2015 is insane. 50K a month in 2015 is an unholy amount of numbers. I understand that nowadays, you know, you get 1.2 or 1.3 million. You get like perks contracts, you get like sword art contracts and stuff like that, like whatever. Like, okay, contracts are really inflated. But in 2015, you gotta understand, in 2015, I was getting paid less than $1,500 a month after taxes from Gravity Gaming, okay? And I thought to myself, man, I'm living the life in California. Jesus! Oh my god. Living in a garage where cockroaches are literally coming up to the bed that me and my fiance are living on. Okay? In the fucking Californian desert heat. Literal cockroaches just coming up. Oh man. No sir. TSM roster looks really not good. I don't understand. I was actually in the TSM Discord earlier this week, like, in their esports channel, like, talking about it. It made no sense to me. Made really no sense. I don't know who spearheaded some of those decisions. It's just really weird. I feel like if you go on a Magic 8 Ball site, you could actually, and asked it, like, questions on how to, you know, should you do things, I think it would actually probably give you better results and stuff. Double Lift retiring is really sad. Double Lift retiring is really sad, and, the fact that it's happening with Bjergsen at the same time makes me very interested in this next LCS split, because if the viewership holds true, that's very good. or if the viewership grows somehow, despite Bjergsen and Doublelift not being there. Now, the bad thing about Doublelift retiring, there's a couple of bad things. One, he might co-stream. Okay, so Dominate might still be an LPP Death Realm, but means that there is a new big streamer on the block, which is a little bit worrisome. Okay, Bjergsen coaching. So there's two parts on the Bjergsen coaching thing. Bjergsen coaching is gonna be interesting, but we'll see. So one of the upsides to Bjergsen coaching is that now he can commit 100% to coaching. The downside is that Bjergsen was probably already the coach. Do you know what I mean? So the upside now is that he can focus 100% on coaching, rather than trying to spend 100% of the time on coaching and being the Rick Grimes of TSM. So we'll see. I did have, so as crazy as this sounds, I did get asked by an NA Academy team if I would ever consider playing. And when I had the conversation with them, so this is one of the craziest conversations of this last offseason, they asked if I would consider playing jungler support, and that they said that they would not impede any of my other content. They just wanted me to show up for scrims and play. That is a brand chase if I have ever seen one. At the very end of everything, because I received my last few offers in October when, or actually, I actually received an offer even in November when all of this stuff was going on. Well, I received 2 offers in November when all of this stuff was going on. Basically, I got contacted by 2 different orgs asking if, you know, I was not actually, in fact, going to join T1, and if I was, like, looking for team or anything like that. So in the end, I ended up having a lot of NA offers, and I got another EU one, but obviously I'm not going to leave Korea, so. Why did I refuse to join Fnatic? So I didn't want to move to Europe. I didn't want to move to Europe, and especially I didn't want to move to Europe during Corona. And I was a caster for LCK, and I just thought it doesn't make sense for me to go and join. I had offered to join Fnatic several times, actually. I had offered to join Fnatic 2017 spring, summer 2017, 2019 spring, and then 2020 summer. Several different offers. Fnatic is a wonderful company, though, with wonderful people. Karn and Sam Matthews are really, really nice people. And unfortunately, I was just never willing to leave Korea. Yeah, I know Bippo talked about it, that the players asked me to come several times. So do you guys remember I mentioned on Crackdown that there were people that were willing to give up parts of their salary to allocate it towards me to have me join? That was on Fnatic. That was a real thing. That also happened on an NA team as well. Why wouldn't I do it? Because it's not about money. It's not about money. Rekkles is insane. I think he's the best Western AD carry. What about Forgiven? No, I mean, I don't know where Forgiven even stands anymore. I didn't even know that he plays, to be honest. I think G2 just insta-wins spring and summer, and they go to Worlds. I think G2 has no competition anymore. G2 has no competition. No, I think Fnatic is way weaker now. Yeah, Nemesis is trying to become a streamer. He was supposed to come to Korea, but Rekkles is insane. I think he's the best Western AD carry. What about Forgiven? No, I mean, I don't know where Forgiven even stands anymore. I didn't even know that he plays, to be honest. I think G2 just insta-wins spring and summer, and they go to Worlds. I think G2 has no competition anymore. G2 has no competition. No, I think Fnatic is way weaker now. Yeah, Nemesis is trying to become a streamer. He was supposed to come to Korea, but now, obviously, you guys know that Crowny and Nemesis were supposed to come to Korea, and so one of the things that I wanted to do is, you guys remember, like, the stream scrims that I used to do? We wanted to do the stream scrims, but obviously, like, now it's known that Crowny has Corona, so they're not coming to Korea. So this is obviously, like, really, really, really sad. Tried to get Nemesis to just come early, because we still have Wind, but he just doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Like, him come early. No, so Slovenia is one of the few European countries that does not need anything special to enter South Korea. It's so lucky. Slovenia is one of the few countries that can do it. So all that they need is a PCR test, like the coronavirus test thing, and then, yeah. There's like 6 European countries that can enter Korea.